Hello. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. February 14th, 2023. I have been very busy here lately. One of my dogs, I have two golden retrievers. And sadly, one of them wasn't feeling good, so we took her to the vet, and she's full of cancer. So we've been spending a lot of time with her. We've basically, since I'm a nurse, we're doing hospice care on her. She seems to be doing okay, and as long as she's doing okay and doesn't appear to be suffering at all, we're not going to put her down. It's a tough decision. They wanted us to put her down right then, but, I mean, she eats, she pees, she poos, she drinks water, she's playful, a little bit, not as much as normal, but we're just not going to do it. So there you go. I've been kind of busy. So that's why I haven't had a video in a while. Plus I've had a couple custom orders. So today I am going to do the Bend and Snap clutch, Bend and Snap clutch by Lynn's Handmade. And what I'm going to be doing is the fabric that was provided in the monthly project box by Lynn, not Lynn, Sally Tomato and Oakland Roots. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I have, this is the outside piece. It's a really pretty canvas, kind of a spa blue greenish color. So that's the outside. The inside is a pretty cork. So I've already got the back of mine marked, and so I'll be working on that. So those two, the inside and the outside pieces. They provided rose gold hardware and zipper tape. So I have 3 zippers. So I've already put those, connected those. And then there are 2 exterior zipper liners, one of which I have interfaced and the other one I didn't. So just 2 of those. 4 interior zipper liners, and I've interfaced those. It's really not necessary to interface them, but they provided the interfacing, so I'm going to use it. And then the handle, adjustable handle, I'm going to put these 2 pieces, sew these 2 pieces together, and then just fold them in half. We're using 1/2-inch hardware today. I think Lynn's pattern actually calls for 3/4, but they provided 1/2-inch, so that's what we're doing. And then there is the handle, and again, that's going to be folded over, so it's going to be a 1/2-inch. There is an outside zipper overlay, which I've already prepped out of the, I think this is leather. It's a nice, soft, lightweight leather, so I've already prepped that. And then there is an inside ID holder, and I've already prepped that with double-sided tape on all 4 corners, and they also provided, this is the clear vinyl, it just has a piece of white cardboard on it. And then we're going to use magnetic snaps for the cover over the credit card slots. Boy, I couldn't get that out, could I? And so we're making the credit card snap cover 1 inch as opposed to, I think, what Lynn calls for in the pattern. And then they provided some cotton fabric for the credit card slots themselves. I'm using some landscaping fabric that I have. It doesn't fray, and it works so much better than cotton fabric. And then the other hardware is they provided 3 magnetic snaps. It closes with 2, and then 1 magnetic snap for the credit card closure. And they provided 2 rose gold swivel clasps, a tiny little adjustable slider for the strap. Those are so cute. And then 2 D-rings for the strap as well. And then they provided an extra zipper pull, which is fine. And then they also provided some decorative rivets to put in various places on the bag. And then they also provided this cute little, this is how you put the rivets in. So I've not used, I have used one of these way back when I was doing, with that, when I didn't have my cam snaps press. So I might try it. It's very noisy. So if I do it, I may hit mute on the old video. So that's what I'm going to do today. I know I've done a bend and snap clutch by Lynn's Handmade before, a video for that. But since I had this material and since I'm not feeling too creative because I'm kind of sad, losing my little girl. She's 10 years old. And her sister is litter mates. So they're going to miss each other. It's going to be awful when we actually have to do it. It's inevitable, and I know it happens, and I've had to do it before, but there is something special about these two dogs that they really are part of the family. So both my husband and I are kind of sad. So I appreciate you guys listening to me. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to first do the credit card strap, and then I'll insert the magnetic snap, one portion of it. So I'm just going to do, let's see, I'm going to use a stitch length of 4. And all I did was put a piece of double-sided tape, 2 pieces of double-sided tape in the middle of this. And you know, I was just thinking, let me, I keep thinking I'm using my, my rivet snaps. These that they provided are prong snaps. So you have to insert this before you sew it up. So I already marked my center there, so let me just do that. Let me see. Yeah. Man, I can hardly see it. And these are 14 millimeter snaps, so you shouldn't, man, I have a hard time seeing that. Just a second. You shouldn't have any trouble going around them. Because normally I would stitch this first and then put whatever snap I'm gonna put on there. So rivet. So let me just do this here. It's a good thing I thought about that. I'm so used to using my rivet snaps that I completely forgot. It's okay. These things are so tiny. Man, I can't even get them apart. There we go. So I'm going to use the male portion here. And I am going to just get a tiny piece of, probably just some Decaville Light to put in there. This leather, the leather is really nice, but it is, it's not thick by any stretch. Okay. So I'm just going to put that in there. And then I'll put my washer on. And then I'm gonna bend those in, just so I don't have to worry about going over the sides when I do the top stitching here. Goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, then I'm gonna put another piece of Decaville light just over that. Okay, all right. That was painful, wasn't it? Sorry. Sometimes that happens. So here's the other half of my snap. All right. So now let's go ahead and continue stitching. I think I'll come down this way. These are just 1/8 inch top stitching. Okay. I forgot I put my regular walking foot on. Instead, I don't have my zipper foot, so I may change that back to my zipper foot. So it's not the most perfect thing, but it'll do. All right, so there you go. So that's done. Let me, I'm sorry, I hit the camera. All right, so there we go. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is do our crossbody, our adjustable crossbody strap. And again, normally I don't like to do this. They provided long enough strip, but you have to cut it and do it sew it together, which is fine. But you just have to do it this way. So I've got right sides together, and then I'm just going to sew kitty corner there. And because this is going to be very visible, you want to make sure this is pretty accurate. Okay. And this strap actually is going to end up having raw edges, so that's really fine. So I'm just going to cut off my excess on all sides. And so there you have it. And this we'll have to trim that down a little bit. That's perfectly fine. So what I am going to do, I left those a little bit long on purpose. I'm going to stitch those down so that when we go to make the strap, we don't have any issues with that popping up. Just a little top stitching on either side of that on those seams. So I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So there you go. And that's really just to keep those two pieces and the seam flat on the inside so that when I go to put these together, they're not sticking up. All right, so let's put this together. There is going to be a raw edge on this handle. So it's a 1-inch raw handle. Like I said, in her pattern, she uses, I believe, 3/4 inch. And what they provided in the box was 1/2 inch hardware, which is absolutely fine. So all I'm doing is took that double-sided tape off and folding my handle in half. And then I'll put 2 rows of stitches on either side. So I'll speed that up. Okay, so I finished the strap and put the adjuster on and put my swivel clasp on each end. I will at some point go back and do put a rivet here and a rivet over here, but right now I just did 2 rows of stitching to keep that secure. It don't really have to have a rivet. It just would be a decorative piece. All right, so that's that. And so now we are going to work on our car slots. My landscaping fabric fell on the floor. All right, so here's my card slots, and I went ahead and cut my card slots according to the pattern, and I have a little hole on each end, and that's how I cut them. I did also create my hole up here to put the top of my strap connector in, and then I did also mark where my in fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that on now, because once you get that landscaping fabric going, it's really kind of hard to get in there to put your other portion of your magnetic snap. So I'm just going to do that right now. And I'm going to get a little piece of Decaville to put on there. If you use these X-Acto knives, just be really careful. They are so sharp. All right. So there's that. And then I'm going to just put my little piece of, I doubled a piece of Decaville light. And I'm just going to put that there. And then I'm going to fold that out. I have to admit something. I have never used these small 14 millimeter magnetic snaps. Never have. They're very cute. They seem pretty sturdy. So we'll see. Okay, and now I'm just going to put another little piece of Deckerville light and just a piece of double-sided tape, which I will leave the paper on. Just to protect the fabric. So there you have it. Isn't that just the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Let's just see how this looks. There you go. So that's what it's going to look like. All right, so let's do the credit card slots. So have a credit card handy because you're going to need it. You want to test every single credit card that you create. So on the beneath each slot, put a piece of double-sided tape. We're going to take off the one right below that first credit card slot above the snap that I just put on. And we are going to put the landscaping fabric, or if you're using cotton, that's absolutely fine, going up like that. And then we are going to pull that down. Let me see. Yeah. So leave that up and then turn it over. I haven't done this in so long. It's hilarious. And now we're just going to put a row of stitching just below that first slot. Now, you can pull these threads to the back or you can back stitch, whatever you prefer. I'm back stitching because the thread I'm using, you won't ever be able to tell. You just won't. All right, so then she gives you directions to put a piece of double-sided tape down here towards the bottom. So peel that off and snugly just pull that down and leave that there. And then we are going to pull that next piece of double-sided tape up. Just snugly turn it to the right side and stitch right under that second slot. This is probably the most tedious part of the whole bag. Credit card slots typically are as well. All right, now we need another piece of tape, about 2.5 inches. And we are going to put that, she tells you where to put it in the pattern. I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to test how that looks before I finish it. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Take my credit card slot out. Yep. So you're going to repeat this process all the way up. So I put a piece of double-sided tape down here. I'm going to fold my landscaping fabric or your credit card fabric, whichever you prefer, down. Take off that next piece, fold that up, and let's test that second one just to see where it falls. Perfect. And now we're going to turn it right side over and stitch below the 3rd card slot. I may have to finish this video tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day and I need to go spend some time with my Valentine. All right, so just repeat that all the way up. And just remember, test your card slots every time. The last thing you want is to be done and not have one that looks good. Perfect. All right, so continue with that. Okay, so now on this last one, you still want to put your little piece of tape there. And get your paper off if you can. And then pull your landscaping fabric or your fabric down. And then this one up here where she tells you, she gives you the measurement for it. Go all the way up to that piece. And this is not sewn. That up there is not sewn. All right, so let's just test them all one last time. Absolutely perfect. Now, what I typically do is I'll cut this off. It will get stitched when we attach our strap, which we could actually do now. I don't know if that's what she has you do yet. Let's see. Yep, she does. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so here's our strap. And we are just gonna put that in that hole. It's a little hard because we put that on there, but we'll do it. You gotta kind of reach in there and grab it. There we go. And I'm gonna just cut that a little more. Let me pull it out. There we go. It wasn't quite straight. There we are. So now we are just going to stitch that. Where does she have? Yeah. Right above there. That will keep that strap in place. And it also secures that last credit card slot. And that's it. So that really isn't too bad. The first couple times you do it, just take your time and test your card slot so you know that you're not sewing one shut. So that's what you have. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Now, she doesn't have you put a rivet here. I think I might put a rivet up here. There's enough room back here on the back. So she provided a lot of extra rivets. So I'll see how it goes, but I might put a rivet up there. And now I'm just gonna burn any stray threads. Keep in mind, if you're using the landscape fabric, do not use a lighter near it. This landscaping fabric is very flammable. So it just melts and you'd be very disappointed. Trust me. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, so there you have the credit card slots. I actually like the thicker strap covering. The other one is fine, but I like this one as well. All right, I'll get everything ready for the next step, and I'll be back. Okay, so we completed our card slots, and we have our little magnetic snap there, and we checked all our card slots, so that's what it looks like on the back. And then I forgot to start filming, but here is the ID window. She gives very explicit instructions. Mine came with a piece of clear vinyl. So, and then I did 2 rows of top stitching on the top because we're going to leave that open. And now I'm just going to go around this twice. Once on the outside and once on the inside. She gives you measurements on where to place it. Pretty explicit measurements, so it's pretty easy to do. And you can see I'm going back and forth a couple times at the top because it's going to be accessed in and out, so you want to get it pretty secure. And then I will go around again. You know what? Let me check my bobbin. Oh, I got enough to go around. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go around one more time. And you can pull these to the back if you choose to. I thought about it and I thought, you know what, I don't really need to. So I'm not. Okay. There you go. We're getting there. We just have our zipper pockets to do. So let me see if I have any. Okay. So this side is your card slots. This is your ID window. Let's just make something go, sure something goes in there. Yep. And you want that to be snug. You don't want things to be too easy to get in and out of there. All right. Excellent. Now, she has you put the rivets on now, 2 here and 2 here. And then I was going to put a rivet there. So I think I will do that with the rivets that she provided, these tiny little guys. She gave me 2 sets. Okay. All right. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay. So these are going in real easy, but they're so loud. I didn't want to do them all, but I'll do one. So you have this little round disc that has a little hole in it. One side's bigger than the other. These are really tiny rivets, so I'm using the smallest hole. And I'm just putting the bottom in there. And then this has a smooth edge and then a little end that has a little round area for the actual rivet. That's all there is to it. So those 4 are in there. I put 1 up here, and then I put 4 there. I mean, they do add quite a bit. These are the tiniest rivets. I've never used these tiny rivets before, but they're very cute. Oh my, okay. So that's done, this is done. Wow. Huh. Very cute. All right, so the next thing we need to do is add our snaps on both sides of this. So I've already got them marked. So I'll do one with you. Again, these are 14 millimeter magnetic snaps. Again, I have never used 14 millimeter. They're just so small. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them at all. I'm gonna put a piece of, I'm gonna put some Decaville light on these though too. Just to give it a little more strength. I don't think there's going to be a problem with them because they're very, they're not very strong. They'll snap and they'll be fine, but they are not like your 18 millimeter. All right, let me grab these. So on these, it doesn't really matter which side has which. It's just that you want them to match. So if you put the female side on this end, put the female on this other side. Okay, so let's just put it on there. Put our piece of Decaville light. Put our washer. And then I'm going to splay those open. Some people can do this with their hands. I cannot. And then I'm going to cover that with another piece of Decaville. And a piece of double-sided tape, just to protect the other part of our fabric. That's it, right there. So I will repeat that on all 4 sides. So this is the male part, put the other male part down here, and then the 2 female parts go up top. Okay, so actually I've gone ahead and prepped all 3 of my zippers. So these are the 2 interior zippers, and this is the exterior zipper. So they're prepped exactly the same way, so you might as well do them all at the same time. So the next thing we want to do is take one of your interior zipper pockets, and if you notice, I didn't iron it. I put a little piece of 1/8 inch double-sided tape on either side, and because this is cotton quilting, it keeps it very, very nicely. All right, so now, with your zipper pull to the left, the wrong side of your zipper up, but your zipper teeth up, we are going to, and we're on the card slot side of the interior. I did put some double-sided tape there, and now I am going to just center that over my, and you know, before I do that, oh, I've got my centers marked. Good, good, good. It really helps to have your centers marked if you can actually see them. And this is number 5 zipper tape. Okay, I am over just a little, so let me go over here, just a hair. And let me show you what I'm looking at here. I want to make sure that my zipper pocket is touching the sides of my inside. because when I finish this, it's going to finish my pockets for me as well. I like how she does it. All right, so now I've got that in place. Now I'm going to take off the other piece of double-sided tape. I've really gotten into this 1/8 inch because it does not gum up your needle nearly as bad as the other. All right, so that's that first one. It's a beautiful thing. And then you're going to pull that down just like that, and I'm going to clip it just to keep it out of the way. The pockets are not going to be even, okay? That's normal right there, okay? So then I'm going to do the same thing for this one. My zipper pull to the left. Let me think about that. Let me see something here. Actually, no, it's this way. So, in other words, you want your zipper, one zipper going this way and one zipper going this way. So, my pull on the ID card slot side, my zipper pull is to the right. It feels weird. Yes, it does. I'll just tell you. The other nice thing about the 1/8 inch is if you need to move something, it comes up very easily, which is really nice. I like Sally Tomato's zipper pulls. They're just the bottle cap type zipper pulls, but they're large, which is really nice. All right. So that's what you should have. Let's pull this down. And clip those sides. And it's tempting to pull this off now. And I think we actually, let me see, I think we do close up the bottom. Nope, she has you close the bottom with the basting. Mine is not actually gonna reach, so I am gonna just close that bottom. I don't think on either side it's quite reaching. I'm not sure why, but it's not. So I'm gonna just close those bottoms up. Yours should reach to the bottom of the inner. But mine didn't, so no big deal. I'm just closing up the bottom. On both sides. I did change my bobbin, so you might want to consider changing your bobbin. Okay, perfect. Now I am gonna cut off that excess on here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and baste it in place, even though I know it's closed now. Yeah. Ooh, my, that's not good. That came loose. Don't do that. I'm just basting those sides down. That's all I'm doing. So do that on both ends of your zipper. All right, so what you should have now is your zipper pockets in place. So here's my credit card side. My zipper is going to the left. Here is my ID side, and my zipper is going to the left. So now I've basted those in place, and now I'm just going to trim all that excess off. It's absolutely fine if you have excess. Just make sure the bottom of your zipper pockets are either basted closed or they get caught in the basting stitch that you do all the way around. So I am just checking that my side basting stitch caught it, and it missed the pocket over here just a little bit, so I'm gonna just do that. And you do have a pretty good seam allowance when you sew this together, so all these stitches will be hidden. All right. Let's just check our zipper pockets. There you go. And I think I failed to mention that you need to sew obviously around your zipper before you do anything, close anything on your zipper pocket. Those pockets need to be splayed open so that you don't close your zipper by mistake, your zipper pocket. I did that off camera, and I apologize. My mind isn't where it should be. It's on other things today. I shouldn't probably be doing this, but I needed a little respite from the doggy worries. All right, so that's what you should have on the front, and the back. And if you have any little threads, just clip those off. All right, what does she have us doing now? Okay, now we're gonna do the outside zipper with our zipper facing. Zipper facing. Okay, so you should have your centers marked. I'm gonna do that. There's a little excess, so mark your centers on all four sides of this. That will really help. So on those sides and on the top and the bottom. You know, I always preach to mark all your centers before you get started, and here I am, I didn't do it. Very bad. And then I am going to mark the center of my facing as well. Just a tiny little mark on one side, tiny little mark on my zipper facing on one side. So she tells you how far to come down from your center marks. Let's see, yeah. So I've got my center marks. And then I have 4 pieces of double-sided tape. I'm just going to take that top one off. Well, I'd like to take the top. top one off. There we go. And just center that. Let's see, 5 1/4. Yeah, beautiful. And then I'm taking the other piece of double-sided tape. Man, the tape, sometimes, I don't know what it is. Sometimes the paper doesn't come off, and other times it just comes off perfectly. Don't know. So now we are going to sew around the outside. This is not unlike all the other zippers we've done, but we're going to sew around that outside. All the way around. Go slow around your curves. And this is top stitching, so if you haven't already, check your bobbin. And I back stitched. I could have easily pulled this to the back, but not necessary. My thread match is pretty good. Okay. Now you know what the next step is. We are going to cut that out so we can insert our zipper. And this is canvas, so it's a little harder to cut. So I'm gonna get it started and use my zipper, my scissors. Just be sure you're not cutting your facing when you're doing this. I did put some interfacing on this canvas, so, and that's good. I think it's good. It makes it feel a little more substantial, but that's why it's a little harder to cut this out, which is fine. Okay, almost there. All right, so that's what you should have. So there's your zipper facing, and that's what it looks like from the back. And I already had some double-sided tape there. So now take that other zipper that you'd already prepared, and we are going to put that, let's see, the sheep here, which way it goes. Yeah, the zipper pull to the left when closed. I'm going to pull off one of my pieces of double-sided tape. Oh, it's painful to watch. I'm so sorry. It's crazy. Okay, and then this one, just as long as you get it centered, pretty good. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. And then pull the other piece of double-sided tape off. See what I mean? That came off perfectly. Does that make any sense to you whatsoever? No, it doesn't. And then if you want to, fiddle with it to get it to your satisfaction. Okay, so your zipper pocket is splayed open. This is the right side of the fabric on the inside of the zipper pocket. Splay that zipper open, the pocket open, and then we're going to top stitch around the inner rectangle. And sometimes it helps to close that zipper right before you sew over the teeth. I don't know if it really helps. Sometimes it does for me, and sometimes it has no bearing whatsoever. So you'll notice I'm going over the zipper teeth a couple times. I don't always do that, but I have started to again. I just want to make sure that my it's not coming loose. All right. So there you should have it. And now we are going to pull those down. And this one isn't necessarily meant to be. I don't believe it is. Let me just double check. Yeah, no. We want that out of the seam allowance. So I am going to just clip that and sew the bottom closed. Oh, no, we don't. That's how we turn it. Yeah, we leave that bottom up, open. So we're going to just fold it up like we normally do. I forgot about that. This is how we turn the bag. All right, so let's just do the sides. So interior lining, right side up, and we're going to just sew the sides closed. And just like normal, I'm gonna cut that off a little bit. And fold those ends up a little bit. Absolutely not required. She does talk about it in this pattern. And repeat that for the other side. Okay, perfect. And then I'm just going to burn the end of my zipper. I think I already did. Yeah, I already did. All right. So that's what you should have. This is the bottom of that exterior zipper is open on the bottom, but the sides are closed. So there you have it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right. Oh my goodness. We are almost, I think we're actually ready to put this together. Yes, we are. Yeah, we're ready. Okay. I am going to go take a tiny little break, check on my dog. But you're going to want to put these right sides together. And the card slots should be at the top. Doesn't really matter. The card slot should be at the top, and this pocket should be on the bottom. So this pocket should be over the ID window. And then if you haven't done it, mark your centers on your inside lining piece on all 4 sides. You can hear my snaps clicking. It's a beautiful thing. So take the time to do that now. And then we are going to close it up. Okay, so card slots are up. Pocket is down. Clip that all the way around. And I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and prepared my top little handle. So in the project box, they changed the width of it to 1/2 inch hardware. So that's what I have. But then in the pattern, she gives you where the markings are for the rivets. So that's all ready to go. And now we are going to, I've clipped my front and back, and move your zipper pulls to the center so you don't have any chance of going over those when you're sewing. You have a good seam allowance here, but you still don't want any chance of that. So I'm gonna go around, and then we will trim that down as she suggests in the pattern. Really generous seam allowance here, which helps with all your little basting stitches that you've done. Excuse me. I need to find out what material this canvas is because it's beautiful and it's nice to sew with. Make sure your that interior zipper pocket is out of the way, or your exterior. This really is an exterior zipper pocket. That's where we're going to turn the bag through. All right. Now let's trim that down by about half. And if you're using a cotton that frays a lot, I would use your pinking shears here. I'm really not too worried about this canvas because it's interfaced as well. All right. Let's see what we got here. And this combo of fabrics is very, look how easy this is to turn. Wow. I think that's the easiest birthing of a bag I've ever had. That's funny. All right, let's get our corners punched out there. And then we will finish up our, I think you finish up your pocket next, but let me see. Look at that. Wow. That is some kind of gorgeous. Let me see if she wants us to finish that zipper pocket first, or yeah, we'll finish this zipper pocket and then we'll put our handle on. It's just kind of funny because I'm really not used to, some of these bags come with cotton and I'm just not used to working with cotton hardly at all anymore. And it seems so flimsy compared to the waterproof canvas that I'm used to working with, or, you know, a cotton canvas or vinyl or something. So it's perfect though, really. I used to do that exclusively with cottons, but it's been a while, so. All right, let's sew this up. Let's see what, yeah. You might be able to hear the TV. My husband's out there watching the Lightning game. Goodness gracious, Barb. I'm going to challenge that. Okay. That's good. All right, let's put that back in there. And honestly, depending on your material, you might need to clip your corners. This material, it just did not need the corners clipped at all. Huh. Wow. Okay. So there's what we have so far. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Okay. Let's put our handle on. And I missed some stitching here, so I'm going to go fix that and I'll be right back. All right, I fixed that. That was bugging me. So anyway, you take your handle and you lay it on top with the bag folded, and you transfer into those marks to your bag. And then we are going to clip that all the way through the bag, creating that rivet hole. Now we gotta find our rivets. These are a little bigger rivets. And so we're putting 2 on each side. Grab your D-rings as well. You need those. So we will do one side at a time. And what I like to do is do the inner rivets. Get those inner rivets on and then attach your D-rings, because your D-rings go right in the middle there. So there's my D-ring, there's my 2 rivets. I just love this. This is such a cute little bag. Thank you, Sally Tomato and Jess at Oakley Roots. These are great materials. I haven't decided how I feel about these tiny little rivets. The ones on the ID window were smaller than these even. I understand the purpose of having small rivets, but man, they're so small. I can, oh dear. And I dropped it. Hold on. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use this little tool again. And I'm going to do this side. I'm going to get that zipper out of the way. So I am warning you, there's going to be some noise. Let me grab my hammer. You can feel when it goes in. It's kind of good. Beautiful. I'm not sure I got this one. Let me see. Yeah. Beautiful. This is quite the handy little tool if you don't need a cam snap. So there it is. We're done. Attach our handle. There you go. I mean, that is just a tiny little handle to hold it. You have your little magnetic snaps. You have an outside zipper pocket for your phone, plenty big. You've got a crossbody strap. And then on the inside, you have your credit card slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 credit card slots. A zipper pocket, another zipper pocket, and an ID. Wow, so cute. I know on other ones that I've made, I've used the 18mm snaps, and I prefer those. They just have a better closure, but this is so cute. Isn't that pretty? I did forget to put my ID logo on there, but not a big deal. Isn't that just so precious? I really like this quirk too. Wow. Huh. All right, well there you go, the Bend and Snap. This is a monthly subscription. This materials and the pattern and everything was a monthly subscription box from Sally Tomato and Jess Oakleroots. This was the February box. You never really know what you're getting until you get the box, and then Jess does a video on them. You could, if you wanted to, do the top stitching, but I think Lynn's, from Lynn's Handmade, recommends that you not do that, because when you have it full, then it doesn't fill in nicely. So, and it really doesn't need top stitching. So there you go. Plenty of room. Thanks for watching. And I'm sorry I was a little scattered tonight, or today. Worried about my puppy. So I'll keep you updated on her. She seems really good tonight, so we'll see. Be sure to click subscribe, like, and feel free to comment. Thank you.